Hmm. I have a teleprompter implanted in my brain. This is a 2:30 a.m. stream. So I just thought that was an interesting title. I don't know. Um, when you stream, it's off the cuff, right? Sometimes you plan on what you're going to say and you have everything ready. But for me, I'm here for people to hop on the stream. I'm going to drop the link. Thank you, Fernando, last night for hopping on. It was interesting. We talked politics, uh, about the House Representatives and getting the majority for Trump. Today, let's see, I went to the VA, right? I have to get my blood draw. They call it blood draw. It's like they have a special name for everything. Like eating lunch is called chow. Chow. Eating lunch is called chow. Sounding like Kamala. Anyway, I wasn't going to stream, but I saw AM actually started up a stream, and he's like, yeah, dude. I said, you going to stream, man? He goes, yeah, but nobody will show up because I only have 2 subscribers. I'm like, okay. Make sure you sub to AM, and we can have our own little private streams there. I think I'm going to wear some Arabia. Stuff is good, man. This is the Silver Mountain Water Clone. I don't even know the name of it. And the webcam's kind of picking it up. I have a special light here, which I use for product reviews. And let's see if it works a little better. It's not cooperating with me. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Come on. Nothing. Oh, there it goes. I got a professional stream here. I don't know the name of it, but it's Christian O sells it at his store. Best Brands Perfume. I think I've worn more of the Green Irish Tweed clone. Let's see. Yeah, I think I've worn the Green Irish Tweed is nice and tart. They always talk about like the lemon verbena. It's a nice fragrance, man. But it's not worth the Creed prices. I could never spend over $200 for a fragrance, and this is like $40. And this one, in my opinion, I've had decants of Green Irish Tweed. I think this is a little better because it's got a pop, which I can't explain. Maybe more fragrance oil, but like very good, man. And the bottles are cool, and the caps are cool, right? And like a couple times I didn't look, and like I thought it would bend or something, but it didn't. It's a high quality. They're coming out with a prestige line. This one's a little stickier. What's in here? There's some kind of rubber. So I went to the VA, and I had a CD I listened to back. I never listened to it. I bought it back in 2013. I was like always planning on listening to audio CDs while I drive. And I have a 2010 car. It's 14 years old. Only has less than 30,000 miles on it because I don't drive too often. And drives great. Get the oil changed all the time. I had the brakes changed. Didn't even need to be changed. I have it everything. I put synthetic oil in there, and I take good care of the car. But I was listening to this Colin Rugg, and I bought the CD. It's 4 CDs, right? He's a comedian for like $5 back in the days, back in 2013, and it's still actually selling for that price. Like it's selling for $5.49 on Amazon, which is kind of cool. People have audiobooks now, right? Because I wanted to buy Tucker Carlson Ship of Fools, and it's like it's only an audiobook. And I mean, I could set that up, but I like just putting that CD in, and like my car has like the 6 CD player, so I listen to 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4 CD set, really good. And if you're like me, highly recommend it. If you only have like a CD player, mine does have the auxiliary and everything, but I like throwing the CDs in there, and it is what it is. And I've listened to podcasts on YouTube, but like when you're on I-95 and damn commercial comes on, you don't want to listen to it, right? So it's like, man, you want to switch, you want to skip the ad, like you always skip the ads, but you can't when you're driving. But like I actually put a little part in here, and it kind of brought me back to old school New York, I guess. I think the kind of accents are kind of a little fake. They're a little fake, in my opinion, right? And this is a Google Playbook, right? And this is
past Puerto Rican blocks, black blocks, Italian blocks, Irish blocks, the Arab deli, the Chinese takeout place, the first Dominican bodega, and the remnants of what was once a big Polish neighborhood. One block would look as bombed out as the South Bronx, and the next would look as clean and affluent as Park Slope today. My block was Puerto Rican on one corner, black on the other, and Irish, Italian, and Jewish in the middle. From kindergarten through high school, we had every kind of kid in my house all the time. So I should be the only person in the country allowed to talk about race. And yet, what I've seen more and more of in the past 30 years are well-meaning people who rolled out of some annoying suburb and then moved to New York and immediately began to try to regulate everyone's language and thoughts. People are so afraid of offending that they act like diversity doesn't even exist. As a result, there is this weird impulse in American culture today to say, we're all exactly the same. To celebrate diversity as long as you don't point out anyone's differences.
20 views.
If you ask people to describe somebody, they'll avoid saying their color. If pushed, their voice drops with shame and regret that they still think in those terms.
Well, I mean, to me, it's interesting, and it's sort of about race relations, and it's interesting because he was going through like, I guess, real stereotypes, but like he didn't stereotype so much. He gave examples of what happened back in the day. Like, yeah, I mean, I dated a woman, and she had an afro, and she had the pick in the hair. I mean, it was what it was, right? But and she's cool. I speak to her once in a while still, but like that was the child please. She used to say child please all the time, but mostly to her kids. But it was kind of funny listening to that, and there was a sort of comfort and something I related to, But today, it's a weird world, man. We're living in a weird world, where, like what he said right there, and it's like $5 for 4 CDs. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I only listened to almost 2 CDs, right? But I enjoyed listening to it. He's Irish and he sounds like an Italian, right? You're weird. Who's this? Oh, dude. What's up, dog, man? I'm not weird. I talk about what I want to talk about. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen, man. I don't need any criticism. Just don't watch. That's it. That's it. Subjective, objective truth. Come on. If that's you, how does pineapple vintage smell, Cuddles? I don't, that house sort of disappeared. They were very popular at one point. You're chilling, bro. Pineapple vintage. You know who's a big fan of pineapple vintage? Is Corey. Killer Frags. He has one, and he's a big fan of it. I've never smelled it. Back in the day, there was people saying, "Oh, it smells like vinegar." I doubt it smells like vinegar. I'm playing Black Ops 6. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me turn this air down to 76. I talk about what I want to talk about, dog, man. I like when you went off on that other guy a long time ago, and you're like, buddy, you don't want to, you're trying to stay hidden. I remember that video. Yeah, he made up a whole big story about me, man. So, or misconstrued a story about me, I should say. But like, he's on here now, and I think when you were here, you didn't really. I don't know, man. I don't know, but we had that conversation. The last time I spoke with you, you were screaming at me on the phone, but dog, man. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna get screamed at, man, from another guy. That's kind of GAE. I can't, dude. It's weird to me. One of my friends from Miami did that one time to me, and I was like, dude, I've never got screamed. Only 2 times in my life. That guy and you. In my whole life, a guy has never screamed at me. Like women will scream at you, but it totally freaked me out. I didn't even know how to react, to be honest. But that's the past, whatever. But like when you were screaming at me, I just thought it was totally weird. Yeah, well, you didn't stick to your guns. I feel you. Oh, I no, I. What do you mean I didn't stick to my guns? I said something to you about somebody, and I said it was kind of private. It was about, you was like, how did he have a hard childhood? How did he have and I told you, and then you blurted it out on stream, man. I felt you disingenuous about certain fragrances. Okay, tell me which one. You were the way, dog, man. You were the one who said you love Gravitas. I never said I love Gravitas from the beginning. In the beginning, the first time I put a video out on Gravitas, I say it smells bad. And then it macerated a month later. And I say it's real nice. But you were the one. Do you remember that video where you were like, you took all the fragrances on your shelf and went bam? I'm not, dude. What? I'm not. I don't say names on these streams anymore because every time I say a name, it gets. Oh, I don't say names on here. I just like to keep names out of it. People could read between the lines, whatever. Read between the lines. That's it. but I didn't say Gravitas was great. You said Gravitas was great. I remember that video. I said it smells great. I didn't say I would wear it, and I never really wore it. I never wore Gravitas. It didn't mix with me. But I always said it was good air freshener. Fair is fair. You were the one who were like, man, this is good stuff, man. Gravitas. This is good stuff. I don't think it was good stuff, like, but not to wear. It smelled good, yeah, but not to wear. I said that to you. I like Gravitas. So you like that one. But which fragrance was I disingenuous about? Which fragrance was I disingenuous about? You tell me. Because I don't think I've ever been disingenuous about any fragrances. One of the best barbershops. Oh, so you say Mr. Smelly's Gravitas is one of the best barbershops. Okay, that's your opinion. I think, what would I say is the best barbershop? It's hard to say. What's that British company? Okay, the British company, and it's blue. It's like a, Fernando could think of it. Like I did it in the top 10 at Osme, and I said this is a really fresh barbershop. I can't even, dude. I'm 60 years old, dude. Give me a break. I can't remember the names of these colognes or brands or whatever. My brain isn't all there, you know. You get a little forgetful when you get older. Okay, but now you got me thinking. What are the British brands? What are the British brands? Okay, now I have to Google British barbershop since you got me all hot and bothered. Not hot and bothered. That's weird. Hot and annoyed. Fragrances. And now I can't even think. British barbershops. Oh shoot, Mr. Smelly comes up. Mr. Smelly comes up when I put in barbershop. What's the most popular British brand? Now, okay. And it's not Penhaligon's. Floris Elite. There you go. Floris Elite. That's a great barbershop right there, man. I put it in a top 10. I don't own it, but I've smelled it, if that's enough. Floris Elite. Let's go to Fragrantica. I love the smell of that one. Floris Elite. And also Aqua de Parma original is good too. I would swear by Aqua de Parma, the original. Oh, Atkinson's? No, that's Gentleman's Journey. He wears that one. I don't have. He brought some over one day, and I'm like, he's like, oh man, you've never tried Atkinson's? I'm like, okay. And I smelled it. I didn't like it. This one is a good barbershop right here. I like it. 73.49. This is a nice barbershop. And also just the regular Aqua de Parma. But it smells kind of like an Italian soap. So you may not like the smell of it smells like like a Spanish soap, Italian soap, like luxurious soap. I like this one, whatever. That's what I think. Okay. And then I would say another good one is Aqua de Parma. Just this one right here. This one right here. That's a good barbershop. Nobody speaks about this. I like it. I always say this is one of the best barbershops. Okay. And anything Bay Rum. This is Eau Sauvage. I have Eau Sauvage. Uh, I like this. The original is from 1932 or something like that. I don't know. Let me see. It doesn't say. Oh, it doesn't say. 1916. That's a good fragrance right there, man. Sauvage fell off. Yeah. Well, I never liked Sauvage that much. I was never a big fan of Sauvage. Like I liked it, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But like my favorite from Dan's brand is Sheeper Fulminary. Oh, you're saying uh, Sauvage smells like leather and shit? What's up, Rocket? I love the Colonial line. I don't think Aqua de Parma has the highest quality ingredients. I just like the original. That's it. I think they could even make a better version of that, like with a niche brand and sort of copy it, but it's it's a little synthetic. Vera Wang for men. Oh, dude, yeah, I remember you did a video where you had all the fragrances on your bed. That was a cool video, man. And, dude, everybody loved you back in the days. You just like you do a video, not a live stream like this. Like a live stream is normal. Like if I wanted to get something from the refrigerator, I would do it. But you would do it during a regular video. You're just like, let me get something to drink. And you start eating and stuff. Dude, that was funny because I do it now, but I'm live streaming, so it's live. Hey, Rocket, have you smelled pineapple vintage? There was some. I don't know. There was something like people used to say that guy was shady. The owner was shady. You know, I, and like it took a long time to get the. I don't know, man. Like so many brands have come out. Like they just figured out, man. Hey, why don't I become a clone perfume brand? And everybody, there's just like so many. Like even Hani Hafez and Happy Land, they're not popular anymore. The Alexandria fragrances, that's back when we were doing videos. And yeah, I mean that was back in the days. These brands aren't even discussed anymore. They bring up new brands all the time. But I guarantee you, Arabiat, let it macerate for a week. That's a good brand. And I didn't say Afnan was the best brand. I said it's better. You remember that video I did? I said it's better than Armaf. I said it's better, and I shared other people's reviews. And I said I don't think it's that good, right? I said Afnan is okay. It's better than Armaf. You were a big fan of Armaf, but the thing is, I said it's not really high quality, but like this Arabiat is high quality. I have tested several fragrances for Parfums Vintage, including a good number of pineapple vintage, which are all Aventus. I regret selling this. Pure Havana is. Oh yeah, man. Do you remember when you took your on your shelf and you just? Those were fun videos, man. That's old school Friedcom right there, man. I could relate to that. I don't like CDNIM. I still have my bottle, but I've never worn it. And remember, there was like this big thing back then between the black stem and the silver stem, and there was a lot of talk about that back then. Yeah, I kind of, they were saying the new variation was better, but I'll tell you what, I kind of think the old variation was better. Right? I guess that's the silver stem. I got the newer one, the black stem. I want to smell Myth Bangkok Mystery for him. It's supposed to be the best Aventus clone, although I don't know where to buy it. Oh, there's better fragrances than Aventus too. I've smelled some that smell better. Still got 8 hours plus with CDNIM. If that's always been a big thing for you, it's not a big thing for me. I've never, dude, we're different. I've never wore fragrances for compliments. I just wore fragrances just like as a finishing touch. That's it. It was never a compliment thing for me. I think it's a little fake too. Like people say, "Oh, I got 10 compliments today." I'm like, I don't know, dude. When I was in good shape and I look good, I wasn't getting 10 compliments. I don't think I was getting any compliments. I don't think I ever got a compliment like every day. I got compliments, but they're rare. But these guys, they're phonies. They're like, I get a compliment like every day with this, and it's all a fake thing, man. And who cares? I have gotten compliments, but it's always been from a woman that wanted to speak with me, like to talk with me, but they were unattractive. I worked at Walmart, bro. Oh yeah, I remember you worked in the warehouse, dude. That was cool. You used to do the warehouse videos. I used to watch all your videos, man. But you were right about this guy. Dogman was right about this guy. Dogman was spot on. Like, you know, when he was talking. But like, you were screaming at me on the phone, and I'm like, dude, why is a man gonna scream at me? No, I know you worked at the store, dude. You worked with shipping and the storeroom. You were like criticizing another company, with their shipping and like loading up the pallets. Yeah, yeah. That was a big thing, and I was like, I sided with RXL because I just got off the phone with Dogman, and he's screaming at me. But Dogman was right. Dogman was right. He was just seeking attention. That's it. He was seeking attention. It was all about attention. And the more, you know, and the thing is, he would talk trash about people. And I don't think Dogman ever talked trash about people. He would line up all his fragrances. Remember? He'd have like every flanker and he'd talk about the fragrances. There was no, but this guy introduced talking about people, bad about people. And you know, so it became toxic, you know? But that's an insecurity he has. To talk trash about other people, that's an insecurity. It's like there's no need for that. But it gave him attention, and if it gave him attention, he kept saying the same thing over and over and over because it gave him attention. It was all attention seeking. Oh, I didn't know he's uploading gaming content. Dude, I have a gaming channel, but it's because I get free games from Steam. Like I have a couple groups, and so I advertise. Like I do a like under my curator. I'm a Steam curator for two groups, and I'll say okay, watch the video too. I'll add the video to the review. But I still get thumbs down on those videos. Like these guys think they're doing something. Like that's not the intention. Fernando, my bro, I'm about to start doing some speed videos on my new bike. Dude, that's awesome, man. You're losing weight. Yeah. No, yeah, it's old, man. That's why I stopped talking about fragrances. I started doing the wet shaving, but like it's too hot. I'll do that again, but it's too hot right now. I'm like, I just want to shave and get it over with. And then it's like, what's the purpose, And then, because there's people I'm chatting with, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait till the weather gets cooler because it's hot in Miami. And I just said, I'm going to do videos here and see who hops on. Yeah. But we had some good times, man. That, in my opinion, that was peak Fragcom. The Killer Frag streams were peak Fragcom. It was a better time, But once toxic people got introduced to the community, it just turned sour. And a lot of people left, A lot of people left. They're like, I don't want to be part of it. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. It's not about fragrances. It's about talking trash about people. And what the hell? A lot of people left, man. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. But yeah, I actually told Juan to take down that video. I was like, dude, I don't know, man. It's not a good video to have on your channel. And he did take it down. I don't know if he asked me or what. I forgot. It was so long ago. Spraying this stuff on right here. I don't even recommend this one. There was a time I loved it, but I don't recommend it. But it's nice. For me, I like it, but I don't think many people will like it. Dude, Killer Street. Dude, this is the old Fragcom with Kevin, you, Saney, Dogman, Killa. Those were the most fun times in the fragrance community. Those were awesome times. That's cool, man. You're accomplishing your goals. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, my girl died too, man. She died. I was with her for 16 years, man. It was sad, man. I was there. Yeah, dude, those were some of the best streams, man. Stefan, and he would be singing, and Killer would play the songs. Yeah, we missed the old Fragcom, man. We missed the old Fragcom. I love watching lockdown streams with you guys. Oh yeah, Larmbowski. Yeah, it was fun, man. Killer streams were the best. I always said that. Killer would be behind his desk just vaping. I love the Killer streams, man. I was like, that guy's the best streamer. He knew how to run a stream and to make it entertaining. And he just look at the camera like this. Dude, Killer was awesome, man. Yeah, Corey's 8-hour streams. What do you mean you had those effers on their toes? What do you mean by that? What's that mean? Yeah, they were good videos, man. They were good, and they were fragrance related. You line up the fragrances, and I learned a lot because I don't really buy designer fragrances too much, and you had every flanker for what's it called, the trophy one, Invictus. You had all the flankers. You had them all lined up. That was interesting. What'd you do? You sold them all? Yeah. But I think, like, I used to say fragrances are kind of objective, right? But I've noticed I've liked really weird fragrances too. You sold most of your fragrances? Did you make good money off of them? But it was about fragrances. That's what I'm saying. It was fragrance related, but it turned. It turned. Where people were talking about people. It's like there's no there's no room for that, you know? Of course everything is subjective. There is no standard. Yes. Yes. Fragrances aren't objective. No, you are subjective. Oh, that's good, man. How'd you sell them? What did you go through a site or something? Mercari or something? Everyone human has an opinion about a fragrance, but no set truth. Yeah. Yeah. As long as they're it, well, it's like people not everybody could describe a fragrance real well. Like if I say green Irish tweed smells like a green meadow, maybe it's kind of imaginary because I don't think I've ever been in an Irish meadow. I've been in a Belgian meadow, and it kind of gave me that vibe, but there's like a tartness to it. It's yeah, but Jeremy had it right. Jeremy said it smells like a fabric softener with a raspberry touch. Dude, that's all you need to say. You don't need to go into all the notes, and I mean it shows you have some knowledge, but at the end of the day, somebody that never smelled it, if you can't give them a visual of it, it doesn't really hit. Like a fabric softener with a raspberry touch. I kind of know what that smells like. Yeah. All right, man. Hey, um, well, at least you changed from your weird. Yeah. But you know, yeah. I don't know if you know, like this guy took something and made it into something else about me, and then I just left YouTube. And then the guy never stopped talking about me. And then I said, no, that's not what happened. I'll tell you what happened. And so that was like a part of YouTube that became ugly. And DB too. DB was all in that. you know? And I'm like, dude, you're saying all this stuff. I got my job back. You think they're gonna let someone like that? It was all a lie, but it was so twisted and it made me sick. And yeah, these people exist. They're jealous, they're envious. But to ask the question, is there absolute truth? Is to rise beyond the bondage. Total damnation. Is there absolute truth? Compounded lies, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And and then like I had an image in people's mind, and I was like, you know, what we put in is not what we get out. Yeah. Yeah, but dog man, I mean, I wish you would have came on, but like what you said, what I said to you about somebody having a hard life, and you was like, you said it. I'm like, dude, but that's not for the internet. That's not for the internet. Some things are not for the internet, It's just, it's not for the internet. When I said something to you in private, it wasn't for the internet. And it doesn't matter if I said it. Yeah, I said it. I said to you, I said it, but that's not for the internet. Like certain things are not for the internet. It just doesn't go. There was no purpose to it. There was no purpose to revealing the story I said to you. There was no purpose at all. It was a private conversation. Like some things, private conversations should remain private. And you could be truthful, but to thine own self be true. Be truthful to yourself. You don't have to you don't have to prove you're truthful on the internet. You understand? And I think that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to prove, well, you said it, and I want to expose you. I'm like, that's not the way it goes, man. I told you something in private. You don't have to expose it. You confront me. We have a conversation. But like, I mean, if I had sex with my girlfriend yesterday, do I need to tell everybody? Well, it's true. We had sex yesterday. I mean, it's like certain things are private, man, and it's not for the internet, That's all I'm saying. You don't have to reveal. Okay. You don't have to reveal certain things. It's not for the internet. If you want to have a conversation with me, that's something private. We could talk about it in private, but it's not for the internet. And that it caused the other person to be very angry, and it was something that happened to him that was very hurtful. And it's like, for you to just to say, oh, it's true, it hurt the other guy. That's what I'm saying. It hurt the other guy. It wasn't for the internet. Why hide truth? Dude, see, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't have to. Why hide truth? You don't have to hide truth. It's just not for the internet. That's what I'm saying. If you want to speak to me in person on the phone, that's different. But to say this over, like, like other people are listening, there's a difference between private and public, and I don't think you understand the difference between private and public. Anger stems from weakness. Yes. Weakness stems from lies. Yes. Yes, anger stems from weakness. That's true. But I think there was this mission on your part to prove that, oh, these people are lying, or I'm going to expose them, or it's like there was like nothing to expose. It's just like a conversation that we have in private. It doesn't mean YouTube is somewhere where you could share a private conversation on a public platform. Come on, man. Private and public lies and truth. But dude, everything doesn't have to be transparent on the internet. Transparency, but with a private conversation, yeah. But transparency on the internet is just showing off. It's all boasting. It's all boasting. It's not transparent. It's boasting. It's like, I exposed you. There's a difference, man. There's a difference between a private conversation and a public conversation. It's something I don't think you grasp. You don't have to say everything on the internet. And what you said, which I said, hurt that person, but it was a private conversation. And it wasn't meant to, be brought up on the internet. And I don't think you got it. And it's like, oh, you said it. You said it. I said, yeah, I said it, but it wasn't for the internet. And that's what I said to you back then. It's like, who cares? It's what are you trying to prove? You hurt the other person by saying that, though. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you're just trying to prove something on the internet, it's like, I don't know, man. It's toxic. It's not meant for the internet. I don't think you get that, though. Are you truthful? Everybody you ask is going to say they're truthful. Everybody you ask is going to say they're truthful. Who did I hurt? I'm not going to say names. You don't remember. Maybe you didn't think of it as a big deal, but I thought of it as a big deal. That's what I'm saying. You didn't think of it as a big deal, but I thought of it as a big deal, because you asked me about somebody's childhood, and, oh, tell me how they had a tough childhood. And then I told you, and then you said it on the internet. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's not right, man. But you said it. I'm like, dude, you got it. It's not that I said it. It's not to be shared on the internet. No, the internet. What about when we didn't have internet? Yeah, it's like, but I don't think you get it. What I was saying is that person got hurt. And you're like, how'd they get hurt? Of course they got hurt, because you brought up an incident that happened to them a long time ago that was hurtful to them. And that person actually said, he actually said it, that he brought it up. But it's for him to bring up, not for you to bring up. It's his decision to bring it up. It's not your decision to bring it up. He did mention it before I told you. But he told me that, and I told you that. Okay, go ahead. Here we go. I don't know if this is a good idea. Let's go. Mm-mm. So how's everybody else doing? The other 7 people that are here. I dropped the link for you. It's not a StreamYard link. I'm sorry. It's I don't even know the name of this company. Talk Studio, Streamlabs. It's a Streamlabs link. You had 10 a few seconds ago. I know. See, this is the thing. Now I'm like, do I have to delete this stream? And I don't think he grasps the difference between public and private. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. You know, airing out dirty laundry is not cool. It's not cool. And I don't think you understand. What's up, Moose? Airing out other people's dirty laundry means you have issues. You have issues with yourself, and you're trying to project. OG dog man. He might be OG. I don't know if he's what he's doing. Yes, he's OG. Ah, boy. Hold on. I don't know if he's trying to click the link or what. I don't see him. What's up, Georgies? How you doing, man? The Melbournians. We may have a special guest here, OG Dogman, if that's the real Dogman, or I don't know. But it all started with somebody trying to prove something, and it was like, they had a private conversation with somebody on the phone, and that's it. And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna share this on the internet, dude. It's like it all started with that, and that's it was like, dude, if somebody's confiding in you about something, you don't have to reveal it, you know. And I think these it was like trying to come together to, hey, we understand, man, I support you, you support me, we're not enemies. But all of a sudden it was like, oh, we're enemies. It's like, dude, it's like, somebody is trying to reach out a hand to you, and you accept the hand, and then after you accept their hand, you stab them in the back, you know. Oh, okay, so he's the real one, he's not the fake one. Yeah. And I think that's where people don't get it. It's like, this isn't a platform to expose people, you know. And I'm not going to mention any names, but two people, I was on the phone, worked it out, right? And then it was just like, you know, a lot of love there on both sides. And then it was just like, it's like, dude, like, what happened? What happened for you to stab somebody else in the back? Yeah. It's like somebody's reaching out to you, and they're like, they want to solve the issues and maybe confide in you, and then you're gonna do that. That's exactly what happened. And when I was with Dogman, I said something to him in private, but it wasn't for the internet. That's the thing. Maybe he just likes the drama, and it's like, maybe the drama, he gets high off the drama. I don't know. But like, Dogman used to call me all the time. He used to call me all the time, at least once a week, I would say. Hey, what do you think of this cologne? What do you think of that cologne? What do you think of this cologne? What do you think of that cologne? Would you recommend this one? Yeah, I like it. Or I don't like it. It's all right. Um, this is a long time ago. And I gave him how I felt, right? And Maybe he didn't like what I liked, and that's it. But Dogman, I think he's a stand-up guy, man. I think he's a stand-up guy. I don't think he really meant to stab me in the back. I'm not talking like Dogman didn't mean to stab me in the back. He just wanted to say, well, you have to be honest. You did say that to me. Yeah, I did say that to you. But what's the point? What's the point? That's the thing. What's the point? It's like there's no point in that. And somebody got hurt in the end. No go, hombre. He was the one who said gravitas was great. And I think he asked me, I says, it got a lot better from when I first got it. But he got it. He's like, dude, he did a whole video about how much he loved it. Maybe, just maybe, he might like more of the barbershop type of colognes. Okay, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm waiting for you. And I think that's another thing. Maybe you outgrew those trophy fragrances. Yeah. Maybe you enjoy those Paco Rabanne Invictus fragrances, or maybe you outgrew that sweet stuff, and maybe you're going through a transition period where, because you said to me one time, you know why you don't have any subs? Because you're talking about like colognes nobody's talking about. Right? He told me that. Like nobody's sub to you because nobody cares about those old colognes anymore. But the funny thing is, I think when he smelled gravitas, he was blown away. What's up, dog man?
Okay, what's up, man?
How's everything, man? Good to see you, man.
Dude.
Yeah, no, what I was trying to say is, I don't think you tried to hurt me, but I just felt, I think we were having a conversation. We were having a conversation and we were talking. I'm not going to see, don't mention names. It's like everything doesn't need to be revealed online. But I said something about what happened to some guy who's a YouTuber, fragrance reviewer. Something happened to him as a kid. I said, he had a very hard childhood. And you're like, I had a hard childhood. What do you mean he had a hard childhood? And then I told you the story. You go on Killer Frag's stream and said, are you sure you want me to say it? Are you sure? And then you said it. I was like,
yeah,
yeah.
You told me to say it.
I didn't tell you to say that. I didn't know you were going to say that.
Until I asked you.
But you didn't tell me you were going to say that. Like it's kind of like that.
No. What was it about, first of all? Because it's been so long ago, bro.
It was
trying to figure out who.
It was about Ashton. And you were talking about why did he have a hard childhood? And I told you. And then you said on stream, I'm like, dude, that's a private conversation, man. It's like, you don't have to say that, and then I got a message from him. He was like pissed along, like, don't ever talk to me again, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't, but when you said that, it kind of like.
Let me ask you something. Cuddles, let me ask you something. Let me go rewind all. Let me rewind all the way back to the beginning. Do you remember when Ashton was making those videos? The video where he said he opened up, I think it was either eBay account, and he was selling fragrances on eBay.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was selling Manceras. He said, but they had a lot of people that were saying, "I want a refund. This Mancera's too strong. It's
Oh,
not good." Okay, do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Okay, see, now you need to go back in my videos. It's still
Okay,
there, and
but
you'll find it.
Manceras are very strong. Yeah, they're very strong.
Okay, well, people were giving them back. Now here's the thing.
Hmm.
Here's the thing. Ashton, instead of being professional about it, what did he do? You remember what he did?
No, my memory.
He exploited all. He exploited all the people on eBay in his video. He listed all their names in video, and he said these are the people that you shouldn't sell anything to. It's unprofessional. You don't do that. He gave
Yeah,
all the
yeah, yeah.
emails.
That's true.
Okay. But now
I
here's
agree with
another
that.
thing. He won't let us know. He wouldn't let us know certain things like um who these people are who are messing over Fragcom. You can go back in my video and go check it. That's been so long. I even forgot what it was about. But I know that I was in the right and he was in the wrong. He never wanted to admit it. He never wanted to admit his wrongdoings. See, that's how a lot of people get up in life, and a lot of people fuck over a lot of other people. That's
Yeah.
like just like in society, you get P Diddy messing over all these people. Yet you don't know what he does under the covers. You don't know what he does, beneath what is shown. And you know this dude is so dirty. It's not just him. It's
Yeah.
not just him. Jeffrey Epstein. We
Yeah,
got
but what
all these
they
people
did,
making all this money.
that's a big deal. Those are big deals thing. Yeah.
Okay, not once did I ever monetize my channel for any money. For
Yeah.
any money. Not once did
No,
I
no,
accept a free cologne. Not
no,
once.
no.
There were some things that I did do in the end because I was on my way out anyway because I
Mhm.
had to take care of my daughter.
Yeah.
Now, Ashton never admitted it, so he never wanted to apologize. So this whole time he come to my page and say it's a bad look on you. No, it's a bad look on you. He tried to make me look stupid.
Oh, okay.
No, bro, it's a bad look on you because you never wanted to admit all the people you exposed, all the people you exploded, but yet you wouldn't let us know all the people in Fragcom who was doing all this dirt. And he said it. He said he knew all the people in Fragcom that was doing all this dirt, but he wouldn't expose all the people in Fragcom for us, but he'll expose all the people that were buying shit from him
Mhm.
and all the people that he didn't want anyone else to do business with. Here's all the names. That's what Ashton did. But then later on he kept doing more shit. Just like what's that? Redolescence. He had what? 50,000 subscribers, but on every one of his videos he had only 2,000 views.
Mhm.
And the rest of them are going to be just like that because the fragrances is all going to be the scents and the smells will start running together. They all gonna fucking smell the same. There's
Yeah.
only a half. I would say maybe 50 fragrances to each person that they would actually like to wear and sniff. Other than that, you get more than 50, more than 100. So some of these people have thousands. If you get, I even give it 100. If you get more than 100, you about stupid as shit because all these fragrances are gonna smell and run just alike.
But
They
okay,
smell the same after a while.
okay. So the new designer fragrances all sort
Uh-huh.
of smell alike. But like, say for
There
instance,
you go.
no, I agree with that. But look, you smell Zeno Davidoff, right? Uh, it's a $20 fragrance, right? You got to let it macerate too.
Mhm.
This smells different from every every modern designer. It smells different.
Yeah.
I, I went to the
Yeah.
store in Chicago with Patrick. I don't know if you know who Patrick is, but anyway, we were smelling fragrances. I said, I can't tell the difference between this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. They all smell alike.
Exactly.
But
Let me tell you.
old school
All right, go ahead.
fragrances, the old school fragrances, they do have a personality to them. They do. And they smell a lot different. And you said
But
to
they're
me,
gonna.
nobody's subbing to you because you're always talking about those old fragrances. That's because I like them and they're different, and I get a good vibe from them.
Well, that's the same with me, because that's why I figured out that these fragrances, like you say, once you go over about 100, there's got to be so much scent profile overlap, and that's what's happening. And let me tell you what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
What I learned after getting all these fragrances and having over, I don't know, 300 bottles or so.
Mm-hmm.
I went back a couple months ago and got the ones that I like. I'm still getting the ones that I still like. I want to get Red Tobacco, because I haven't got that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Sicily. I want to get Oud Exclusive, because these fragrances are, to me, is what I remember. Now, check this out. I went the other day and bought Desire Red Extreme. This is the shit that I like. This is what I learned from it.
Mm-hmm.
I went and got this because I'm always going to have this. My mom bought me this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Giorgio Beverly Hills. You know I'm always going to have this one. We argue over this one all the time.
Yeah.
I got this one because I do like this one.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, which I remember smells so good, was this one.
Yeah. It's nice.
This one here, I looked online for this 5-ounce bottle. This is a 5-ounce bottle. I looked online. It was like over $150 for this. I had to go all the way to China to get this motherfucker.
It's always been over 150.
I got this for $60-some, man.
Really?
Yep. I got this for $60 on eBay.
When it first came out,
eBay.
When it first came out, I saw it at the stores. I'm like, oh, it smells nice, but it was always over 150.
Yeah, these are the scents that I like, and from me collecting those, this is what. If I would have known, I would have just kept it to maybe 20 fragrances.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to learn, and then after a while, I started seeing all these fragrances in my collection, and I'm thinking to myself, "What the hell am I doing? What am I doing?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I got like 5 of these things, 5 of these, 3 of these, and they all smell alike. These 5 smell alike. These 3 smell alike. These 2 smell alike. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm just spending my money on fragrances, and I'm back in my mind. I said, I got a daughter. I'm single now. My girl left because she didn't want to help take care of the baby, and I'm like, I'm single now. What the fuck am I doing?
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm collecting fucking fragrances, and it hit me, and I'm like, okay, this is dumb. This is stupid. And I'm not saying it's stupid for everyone.
Well, you got
but for me at the time being,
you got responsibility.
Yeah, for me at the time, check this out. I had nothing to my name, dude. All I had was a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
It took me a couple years. I got a car in my name. I got this camper, which is a 40 feet RV in my name. I got 2 motorbikes in my name, and I'm about to fucking get my own land in my name.
Okay, nice.
Because
so you have a camper. You have a camper, but you don't have the land yet.
No, I don't have the land yet, but I don't pay no more than $400. I don't pay no more than $400 for a lot note.
Yeah,
I get, even though I pay for the for my own internet because I want a game, I still get free internet. I get free electricity, water and sewage. We got a laundromat right there, and I have to do nothing. All I gotta do is go to work, come home, and actually, I don't even have to do that because I can live on 1 check.
Yeah,
I can live on $800 a month on here, but that's pushing it. But see, the thing is, I had to fucking do what I had to do and make sure I had something in my name. Most people, they don't even have their fucking car in my name. I don't even have notes on my car. All I do is
you got to get like all the the pipes set up. I mean, it's expensive, but like a lot of times, what you're doing is probably the best and easiest way because you got to get electric poles and rockets.
Now is the time to. Now is the time. If you're thinking about buying a camper, bro, now is the time to buy a camper. This 40-foot RV that I have, $10,000. I paid it off already. It took me a year to pay this bitch off. I paid it off. And now all I'm paying, if you got an apartment, guess what? You're gonna pay $1,500, $2,000 for it these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I'm only paying $400, I'm only paying $400. Actually, $550 with the internet and shit that I got.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
yeah. So what is the landlord charging you for the land, like for the internet? I mean, don't you have like you have to pay like some kind of fees to the owner of
It's a
the
lot. It's called a lot fee. It's an
sure?
RV park. They got a
Yeah.
bunch. Yeah, because everyone's moving into campers now because rent is so high. You can't live.
So
You can't even live in your own house
what do you
because
have to
property is
pay? What do you have to pay the maintenance? How much you have to pay for that?
What do you mean maintenance for the camper?
Like no. To like the landlord, the person who owns the land.
Okay, when you want to come into an RV park, you call.
Yeah.
Okay, certain RV parks only let you stay for 3 months. Some RV parks are permanent. Some RV parks are 6 months. You got to move, and then you move for like a week and come back for 6 more months.
Okay.
You got to stay moving. But
So you're mobile.
this
You're
RV park,
mobile. That
I can be mobile, but I don't have a truck to move my camper. I got to get someone else to move my camper.
okay.
But some RV parks are permanent. This is a permanent RV park. You have a choice to being mobile or permanent. You can live here 2 weeks, or you can live here forever. So
Yeah.
this park is forever, but I don't want. I want to live here maybe 5 years and then I'm gone, just to save up to get some land. So I pay a total for the park, for the lot. It's a lot. I get a lot and a gate, and I get my own parking spot,
Yeah.
and I get my own tree on the side. 550.
Okay. That's good.
550. 550. That's it. My car note is 160 with the bikes because the bikes is cheap. $28 for the bike, and I don't really move my bikes because it's wintertime now, so I'm not moving my bikes.
Yeah.
So think about that. While other people are paying just $1,500 just for rent, not including electricity, the water, the gas, the trash, all the food, I'm
Mhm.
only paying a total of $700 for everything. I
Yeah.
get free
That's pretty
electricity,
good.
free water, and you think about it, I'm saving more money than I ever did before.
Yeah.
More money than I ever did before, dude. And that's why I keep on saving till I get my land.
Or I like those little Amazon. Like on Amazon, you could buy those homes where they fold out. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know about those. I've seen them,
Tiny
them
homes.
tiny homes.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
cost
I've seen
like
them,
they
but
cost like 15, 20 grand for nice ones, man. And then
yeah,
they
no,
deliver it and everything, and then it opens up, and it's
yeah,
more than 40
those are
square feet.
the
It's like
no the 20 no the 20 grand. It comes with like refrigerator, couch, bed. The 10 grand comes unfurnished,
okay,
so that's why it's higher because you get more shit in it. But if you want to buy one of those, I know what you're talking about. Um, it's like 10 grand is the lowest, which is not bad, but I don't know the structural integrity of those things.
oh man,
You know,
they're I think they're
I,
structurally sound as long as you have a good
I mean,
foundation.
I wouldn't, I would try it, but then you got to do research because you don't know, like, if a hurricane come, how flimsy those things are
Well,
gonna be.
you got to tie
So
it down. You got to tie it down. You have to build a foundation, and you have to.
yeah,
They're nice looking, man. They're nice. You could get like, I mean, really nice, like 20 grand. But you
now
have to
guess
have
what?
the foundation. You have to get the water hookup. You got to get the electric hookup, and now shit, you can get one of those Elon satellites, man. And
Well, no, they got okay. They got what is it called? I think it's 0.23 of an acre. Um, it's a small lot. You know how much an acre is? That's a lot of fucking land, believe it or not.
yeah,
An acre is like almost like a block,
yeah,
like a big ass block. That's about an acre. Um, but 0.23 is just like a slot of land. Like say you're in a neighborhood in the city, and you get a little slot for your house. That's a 0.23. I've been looking it up, and some places, if you want to live in a city like mine, they can run anywhere from 40,000, 50, 60,000 for just a slot of land, and it comes already with the water hookup and the electricity and all that.
Yeah.
The cheapest I've seen was 10,000, and I seen one for 18,000, but I couldn't grab it because I didn't have the money at the time, and I still kind of don't have the money, but I'm saving it up. So the cheapest I've seen was 18,000 for the electricity and the water hookup and all that shit. All you had to do is move a camper or trailer house in there, and you're good to go. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not
Yeah.
looking to go out in Colorado somewhere. Now they got land out. I seen I think 18 acres in Colorado somewhere, or 9 acres for like $10,000. That's if you want to start from nothing. Like you just want to do a septic tank or just dig a hole and use solar power and dig deep for your water, because city's not going to come to you with the water. And what did he say? He said something here. Oh, Starlink. No, the one good thing about my location is I have a tower right here. Like my internet, I have a dish, kind of like a dish. It's a little square dish. It's pointing right at the damn tower. I get like 900 up and like 30 down, which is good, really good. So I get good internet.
Yeah, I'm thinking about one day moving to Sebring. I don't know if you know where Sebring is. It's in the middle, like it's not on the coast. It's in the middle of the state, kind of like
Yeah,
yeah. And they have a lot of these. They're building a lot of new trailer parks there, or just the thing is with the trailer parks, you have to pay whoever the owner every month, and they could raise it, and that's the scary part. But man, they're very affordable, man. Like very, very affordable, like 80
dude. If
grand.
there's another if there's another real estate crash, bro, people gonna be living in tents, man.
Yeah,
People gonna be living in tents because food is so damn high, bro.
I know.
Electric's gone up. All the bills are going up.
Yep.
The car insurance is damn sure going up more because
Oh
people are
yeah.
just getting more and more wrecked. Um, but I'm lucky I finished paid off my car, and I only paid like 168 a month for my bikes and my car. So yeah, bro, it's getting harder and harder, man. That's why I had to make moves. I had to think ahead. I was like, how can I get ahead? And to be honest with you, this camper life is love, bro. I would honestly live in this camper all my life, then go back to a house. To be real with you, if you think about it, I can heat this camper up, no problem, like that.
Mhm.
Now, if it's cold, I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit extra heat, but it gets hot fast in here. So
Yeah.
in the summertime, I actually have 4 ACs in this bitch. I got 2 portables and then 2 for the camper, and it cools it down good.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I wouldn't say I'm safe. I wouldn't say I'm safe, bro. But I'm comfortable until I get my own land, and I can consider myself a little bit more safe.
I think with
How do I
Trump,
heat? How do I heat the camper? I have a furnace, bro. Let's
I
see.
think
See
I
that
think
furnace right there?
I think with Trump, he's going to create a lot of new jobs where, who knows, like maybe for what's going on with the immigration or whatever, I want to be part of that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not,
have a furnace and central heat.
so I'm just saying, if he's creating a lot of
Yeah,
jobs, you want to hop on that,
yeah.
like because a
Hey, yeah,
government job, you get insurance and everything.
yeah. I could put. I'm sorry, Cuddles. I hear you, but I'm trying to answer their questions for because
Okay.
I think I would like to help people out, bro. Like if these people are thinking about getting a camper, it's a yes all fucking day long. Get out them houses, bro. Get out them apartments that you don't own. Or if you don't want to get a used RV, you can go to these dealerships. Look, they're trying to get rid of these RVs, bro. Now, here's the thing: I wouldn't travel all the time in an RV, not a fifth wheel. I get a smaller camper to travel around in, like a bumper pull. Get one of those.
Yeah.
Um, can you put a wood stove in a camper? Fuck it, man. I could drill a hole right here and I put a wood stove if I wanted to in here. If I had my own land. The RV park doesn't allow the wood stove because they're scared it's gonna burn and shit. But yeah, you can install a wood stove in here. You can have a real refrigerator. You can have anything you want in this motherfucker if it's yours
Where was your
and if you're
camper
paying
built?
for it.
Where was your camper built?
My camper is a Keystone 2012. Is a 40-footer.
2012. Okay.
And yeah, everything in this motherfucker still works. Everything.
Yeah.
The dude that I bought it from, I bought it from him for $10,000, and now I've been paying on it for a year now. And so
where are you located?
In Texas.
Okay.
So I paid him. I owe him just like a couple hundred more, and I'm done paying him. I gotta have the title in my hand soon. What was it? I got it's an older kind of model, but if you take a look, like the drawers and the cabinets, everything's fucking legit, man. 100% legit.
Yeah. So it's 40 square feet.
Yeah, a lot of
it's just 40
no, it's 40 foot long.
40
Oh, no, it's 40 foot.
So how many?
It's a 40 footer. It's a 40 foot long.
40 times 40. What is that?
Well, I don't know the width. The width is about.
So that's like 1600.
No, I would say. What's 40? What's 40? I would say about 40 times. It's about 8 feet wide, maybe 10 feet wide.
10 feet.
Maybe 9. 40. I don't fucking know.
So you got like.
Hold on, let me see this shit. Give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. I got a fucking tape right here. I can tell you. Yeah, I got a tape measure. Hold on.
You have to do it probably for the.
I can tell you right. Fucking no. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a 12 foot. It's about 12 feet wide. Okay. And so what's 12 times 40?
12 by 40. So you're looking at 480 square feet.
Okay, now I got 4 pullouts. So the pullouts pull out another 3, about 3 feet.
Okay, so yeah.
So each pullout makes it bigger when you pull it out.
Yeah, you're talking
so I got 4 pullouts.
Square feet. Yeah, that's my apartment, 600 square feet.
It's like a small apartment. I keep telling people that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe 500. I wouldn't say 6, but maybe about 500. It's got a big ass bedroom. It's got a nice ass kitchen, and it's got a side dining room. It's got a nice sized bathroom with a shower, and then this living room area which I game in. That's it. That's all I need from me and my baby.
And the thing is, you seem happy about it, so that's all that matters, really.
Man, I love this shit, bro.
Exactly.
I love this more than any. It's mine, man. It's mine. I love this more than any apartment, any house I ever been in. Even though I've been in some big ass houses, I lived in townhouses, and I wasn't this content and this happy, man.
Yeah,
because this shit is mine.
Yeah, I know.
I don't pay rent to nobody. I paid a lot fee. That's it.
That's the same with me. I feel the same way. It's like hard for me to leave because there's this woman in Georgia. She wants me to move out there and like rent out my place. I'm like, I don't know, man. I like that I'm free. I like that I'm alone. I could do whatever I want when I want. I like the freedom, man. And I think you feel the same way.
Yeah. That's what counts, man, when
independent,
when you can be
freedom.
Yeah, there's nothing like having a peace of mind, bro. So many people, man, they pay rent and all their money, all they're doing is just handing their shit over to someone basically for free, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Anybody like that, bro? You not really, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not really, I wouldn't say living, but you would probably be in a more ignorant state of mind than if you would have it on your own. You would understand that having it on your own is much more better than handing it over.
Because when the shit hits the fan, if the shit hits the fan, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I can say fuck you. I got mine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
While somebody else has to pay $2,000 for rent a month.
Yeah, put their head down.
My place is going for
put their head down and put their head down and humble themselves and tent that shit up. Because you don't have to buy a tent and go sit on the sidewalk some fucking where.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. I'm glad you stopped by, man. I'm really happy. And I'm glad that you're happy, man. You feel content and at ease.
Here, you want something to drink, baby? What's the matter? Why you coughing? Come here. Come here. Come show people how big you got on YouTube in the fragrance community.
Yeah, I got a portable air conditioner. Where my air
There is
conditioner
nothing wrong
goes
with portable. Yeah, the portable air conditioners, you pay like, it depends on how many feet you want to. They got like what, 200, 100,
yeah.
350,
You gotta
400,
hook it up to the
500 feet.
window with and the yeah. Dog man, I'm gonna
Not
take
easy.
off, man. I gotta go, man, because I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go sleep, man. I'm getting tired. I'll talk to you later, man.
Hold on. Let me show you my baby. Come.
Oh,
Look how big she got, bro.
oh, okay. Yeah,
She's fucking tall
she's
for
tall.
her
Yeah.
age, man.
Yeah, she's tall, man.
My son, go ahead, drink.
You've been a good father, man.
She woke up. Always, bro.
I didn't wake up. I was even asleep.
Oh, I heard you laughing. I thought you were dreaming.
I was coughing.
Oh, okay.
I was coughing.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good night, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
I'm glad you're happy, man, and at peace. Take care.
I am. Other people need to be too.
Yep. All right. Peace out, man.